So you thought if you healed from your breakup, your ex would come back, right? You'd glow up, you'd work on yourself, you'd level up, become this incredible version of you. They'd see it and then they'd come back, but they didn't. And now you're sat there wondering, what was the point? Well, let's talk about it, because you're not the only one who's felt like this, because I've been there too. Roll VT. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Andy O'Neill. I'm a life coach who specialises in breakups, breakup recovery and self-esteem. I release videos every single week, so if you're new here and you've not yet subscribed, please give that button a press. So we all know what it feels like after the breakup. Your ex left, doesn't want you anymore, and it makes you feel worthless. It makes you think you're just not good enough. So what do? We go on this mission to improve ourselves. We work out, we eat right, we buy new clothes, we work on our confidence, on our self-esteem, and everybody around us is saying, wow, you look incredible, you've really changed your life and you've moved on. But you're lying. Not only to them, but you're lying to yourself too. You see, I've been there. I've been through a breakup and afterwards said to myself, right, I'm done now. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to get myself in shape. I'm going to work out. I'm going to start dressing better. I'm going to tap into my spiritual side and I'm going to find that peace within. And that's exactly what I did. Unconsciously, I told myself, this is great. I'm finally putting myself first and I'm not thinking about my ex at all. And you know what? I convinced myself of that and everybody around me. But here's the truth. I wasn't doing it for me at all. I told myself I was. I even believed that I was, but I wasn't. You see, after the breakup, I felt no good, worthless. And I felt like my ex probably thought the same. So subconsciously I thought, if I improve myself, if I become the best version of me possible, then she's going to want me back because then I'll be valuable. But she didn't. And that left me deflated. Because here's the truth, right? If your healing has condition attached to it, like you're going to win them back, then you're not really healing. You're bargaining. Now, some people might say, well, it doesn't really matter what you're doing it for. At least you're doing it. At least you're going to the gym. At least you're trying to improve yourself. And there is an element of truth in that. But guess what? You can spend the next 6 months getting yourself into shape, working on your confidence, getting a new haircut, new clothes, even start a new business. But if at the end of it, your ex doesn't come back, you won't see any of that as an achievement. None of it. Now, this isn't a judgment because we're human, right? But it does keep you stuck in a cycle. Improving yourself just enough to get their attention and then spiraling when it doesn't work. You see, your progress becomes tied to their validation again. So up here, you're right back where you started. Imagine, right, that you've got a neighbour who's got a nice big house, way bigger than yours. So you go on this mission to be better than them. So you save up for years and years, and then you start building from scratch, brick by brick, night and day, working away to build this dream home. You end up building this enormous house. I mean, it's huge. But just before you finished it, and you were going to do your big grand opening, your neighbour moves away and never sees it. And you're sat in this mansion, gutted, depressed, because you never got that validation you craved from your neighbour, just like you're craving it from your ex. You're forgetting the fact that what you've just built yourself is an amazing home. 6 bedrooms, a games room, a cinema room, a pool. No, all that goes to shit because you wasn't building it for you. It's the same with healing. Healing doesn't guarantee someone else comes back, but it does guarantee that you return to who you was before the breakup, or even a better version, the who you were always meant to be. You see, healing needs to be for you, not them. You heal so you stop making love conditional. You heal so you don't betray yourself for breadcrumbs off an ex or anybody. You heal so you never again need someone to come back to make yourself feel whole. You see, the real peace comes when you wake up one day and you realise you don't care if they come back. Not because you hate them, but because you finally come back to yourself. And now, that's enough. Now, I know some people may watch this and think, no, it doesn't matter what the motivation is as long as you're doing it. But as someone who's not only been in that position myself, but coached many people who were also stuck like this, I know it does. Now, I'm not going to lie, the pain and heartbreak can be a great motivation to get you out of bed of a morning and start improving your life. Absolutely. That wanting to prove your ex were wrong to let you go, using that anxious energy you have to get started with that fire in your belly, that's all great. I'm not denying that. And it's often a great way to make a start. But that's all it should be. A way to make a start. What it shouldn't be is your end goal. So how do you do it? How do you switch it so that you start doing it for yourself? Well, the first thing is it takes honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. So ask yourself the question, do it now. Ask yourself, am I healing or am I hoping? You see, there's a massive difference. And deep down, no matter how well it looks like you've been doing, you will know. What this signifies is, even though you've been making all those improvements, you're still stuck in the hope stage. You still haven't accepted the breakup. And as you know from the other videos, moving to acceptance starts with coming to terms with a future without your ex in it. It is progress. It's painful, but it's progress. So if you realise you're hoping, then ask yourself this. Who do you want to become if your ex never comes back? And this is the hardest part of all, right? Because your brain doesn't want to imagine a life without your ex in it. Because, like we've just said, you haven't accepted it yet. But if you truly want to heal, you've got to face it. So imagine it. As hard as it is, as terrifying as it might be, imagine your life in 12 months' time and your ex hasn't come back. They're truly gone. How would you want your life to look? How do you want to be? What sort of life do you want for yourself? How do you want to think and feel? What sort of things do you want to be doing? And if you do that, if you start imagining a future without your ex, and you start making choices for your life right now based on that scenario, then what you're doing is truly making changes for you. The changes that you want. Because what you've created is your vision for you. It's not theirs for them. It's your vision and it's for you. And you start building that house of your dreams, not somebody else's. Healing isn't a strategy to win someone back. It's a promise to never abandon yourself again. Now look, if this video has helped you realise that you haven't been healing all along, but instead you've just been hoping, then let's make the next step real. So think about those questions. What do you want for your future self in a world where your ex doesn't come back? And bang it in the comments. Put it out there in the universe. Then get after it. Now, if you're struggling to stop that hope, if you're struggling to get over your ex and move to acceptance, then I've got some brand new ebooks coming out in just a few weeks' time. And if you want to be notified as soon as they're out, then hit the link in my description and join the waiting list. I've also got other resources available, including one-to-one coaching, which is pretty limited, and an online course. But you can get them all in the description. But for now, I really hope this video helped. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next. Laters.